Hello, hello, ladies. Welcome to another Truth Serum Tuesday, and tonight is going to be so good. It's going to be different, so I'm really excited about that. Like I said last week, tonight is a new moon, and that means manifesting. And so I have got an exercise for us to go through tonight. I'm excited about it. We'll pull an angel card at the end, but we're going to do some guided imagery. So that's super exciting. Make sure if you're logging on to say hi. And I just wanted to let you all know that Sarah and I will be coming up with the next Vision Roadmap workshop date, which is, I believe, going to be in August sometime. So we will make sure to let you all know. If you do not if you're not on the mailing list, make sure that you get on the mailing list. You can go to my website, www.rachelfreemansowers.com. Scroll to the bottom and sign up to get on the mailing list. Or we have the 5 simple steps to unmistakable success in 2018 that you can sign up for too. And that is a PDF that I had that we did last week. So if you're logging on, make sure to say hi. We are going to have some music. We're going to have some guided imagery. Make sure that you have a paper and something to write on, whether it's your journal or just another piece of paper, something to write with. And try and make sure hey, Sarah, I've missed you, friend. If you can find yourself in a quiet space, that would be really cool. Tonight's visualization is going to be all about aligned purpose. And so the new moon theme is aligned purpose. I'm centered, connected, and creating my reality. So what better way to begin our theme for this year, which is unmistakable success. So I'm really excited to see how this year flows. And I don't know, I think that's going to be awesome, fantastic. Let's see, what else did I want to make sure to mention? I can't remember. Tonight I'm feeling, I feel awake and excited, and yet a little bit scattered. I don't know if any of you have ever felt that way before. We had the Vision Roadmap workshop. It was awesome. It was wonderful. And there were some really cool vision boards that came out of that and some really cool transformations. So if you log on and you were at the Vision Roadmap workshop, make sure to say hi and how it went. Hey, Deb, nice to see you. Thanks so much. You're awesome. Thanks for your email. So appreciated. So I see there's 3 people on here. I don't know who the 3rd person is. Make sure to let me know. What I would love to hear is last week we left with 3 intentions that you had. Or maybe, well, let's say 1 to 3 intentions that you had for this last week. If you were able to focus your intention and really make unmistakable success regarding your intention, I would love to hear what your intention was and what helped you create that unmistakable success. So this last week, my intention was to make sure that I offered a workshop that was great and provided transformation. And how I did that was Sarah and I worked really, really hard. Oh, hey, Teresa, on the content, and we got things done, and creating just a beautiful space. And so those were the things I did to help create unmistakable success in my life and in my business. Remember, it's all about feeling the way that you want to feel, and how do you breathe into that in your life, so that that is the driver of your behaviors. So that's how I did, and I would love to hear what you guys were successful at doing this last year. So there's 3 people on here now, and I was going to kind of wait to get started, but I'm going to go ahead and get started because I want to jump into the content. I want to have this guided imagery. So I got some music lined up. We'll make sure to check in to make sure you guys can hear that. But what I want to talk about right now is this new moon. That's tonight. The new moon theme is aligned purpose. It is I am centered, connected, and creating my reality. So all of us are human. Newsflash. And as humans, we want connection. And we want connection with lots of different people. If you have people that you are connected to, then I would love to see some hearts and some thumbs up through the bottom of this, right there on your Facebook thing. Push the thumbs up and the hearts. I can't talk like right now. So you long to feel deeply connected to your own heart's desires and passion, to each other and to the world around you, and to a purpose larger than yourself. So that is the one thing that drives me, is knowing that my life is here for a purpose. And when I stay focused on that purpose, I get to live and feel the way I want to feel, right? So this new moon in Capricorn, so it's in Capricorn, is the fertile ground to plant your intentions and connect. So what we know about unmistakable success is really, remember that Dr. Joe Dispenza that I've talked about a few times. It's what you want to manifest, what your desire is out here, and then you bring the feeling down in. So, right, this is about fertile ground to plant your intentions and connect with your heart, your purpose, your unconditional love, your higher power, and the unshakable faith that you are being guided. So it doesn't matter who you think you're being guided for. Guided by. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that you have this faith that you're being guided by something larger than yourself. So, and that could be a larger purpose. That can be other things, the universe, God, Buddha, whatever. Whatever it is that you believe that you're guided by. So Capricorn is an earth sign and is comfortable being in the depths. She doesn't do well in shallow anything, in fact. And this is something that I'm familiar with, and I'm not sure how many of you out there are familiar with it, but if it rings true to you, make sure to let me know by the thumbs up and hearts. But I don't really stay on the surface about anything. I'm pretty intense all the time, and people who work with me know that. People who have experienced even some of the workshops I led before, maybe the workshop this last Saturday, it's direct and it's deep. If people want to know something about themselves, like for reals, they really want to know it, then they come to me to find that stuff out so that they can see it in themselves. So she teaches us how to align our earthly actions with our higher purpose. If you know what your higher purpose is on this earth, I want to see it in the comments. I would love to see it, because my higher purpose is to lead and guide women, and probably all sexes, men too, in the future, on how to create this unmistakable success, how to release those emotions that are keeping them stuck, and how to give them this foundation that will help them sustain. So she is how to align with our earthly actions with our higher purpose, and how to manage our daily tasks so that we are living in alignment with our soul's true calling. So that's also what we talked about last week. It's when the mind, the body, and the soul, or the intellectual, the physical, and the emotional all get aligned together, that then you start truly hitting the sweet spot of your life and living the way you want to live it. So this is right up our alley. So she asks each of us to look at where our actions, thoughts, resistances, fears, or tendencies to procrastinate are blocking the flow of divine support in our lives. So fear is a huge motivator of stopping and freezing, right? That's when you get in your brainstem. The other thing is looking at what resistance we have. Sometimes we don't want to look at the things that are bugging us the most. We just want to ignore them, or we want to make them numb. And then our bodies start telling us no, right? We hear this over and over and over again. So here's a poem, a little bitty poem. It says, never stop believing in the wild possibility that is you and your impact. Live in purpose on purpose. I'm going to read it one more time. Never stop believing in the wild possibility that is you and your impact. Live in purpose on purpose. I would love to see in the comments a yes if you want to live in purpose on purpose. excuse me, no more wondering about what's happening. No more just going along, nonchalant, not paying attention, not absorbing the abundance that is coming to you, not getting rid of things that really aren't helpful anymore so that you can receive more abundance, so you can be in your purpose. The truth is, you are connected, you are guided, and you're supported. You are protected. And you have been given all the power you need to create your own reality, your own experience. You create it through surrender, faith, and by choosing how you respond, how you show up, and through strengthening your internal resolve to stay steady even when doubt and fear tempt you to give up. This is where we start shifting it. The fear is no longer louder than the abundance, no longer louder than the connectiveness, no longer louder than the strength, right? You alternate that. So the fear is then quieted. So there are benevolent forces all around you assisting you to succeed. Can you tune into this truth a little or a lot more and let your intentions for this month and year take root in fertile soil? So how many of you have intentions that hey Natalie, how many of you have had intentions that you have set for this year already? If you have them, say yes, and then let us know what one of your intentions are in the comments. Because what we're going to do now is, if you have your pen and your paper ready, we're going to do this guided imagery, and I'm going to leave the music playing. And so we're going to come in and out of the guided imagery. So we'll do a little narrative, and then we're going to take about 3 to 5 minutes, probably more like 3 minutes. I'm just going to let the music play, and you're going to write down or draw the qualities you want to embody this year. So that's the first thing. And then you're going to write that down, and then you're going to journal a little bit about it, just for a minute or so. And we'll keep the music playing this whole time. And then when you're finished, we can just come back into this group, and you can write down some of the things that have come to you, that your intention is for this. Even if you just have it for this week, you don't have to have it for all year. You can have it for this week. You can have it for today. You can have it for this month. So, because what the full moon is about is manifesting. And the only way you manifest is by intention. The only way you manifest is your participation in it. So nothing can happen without you. It doesn't just happen to you, right? Abundance doesn't flow unless you're in abundance already. Abundance doesn't come from scarcity. So the manifestation comes from your participation in your own life. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this. And if someone would just let me know that you can hear the music, that would be great. So let's see here. Maybe it's not going to work. It's working. So let me know if can you hear it? If you just put yes in the comments that you can hear it, that'd be great. Thumbs up or hearts, you can hear it? I might have a delay. Okay. I'm just gonna go with we can hear it. So what I'd like you to do is just settle in. Oh, thanks, Sarah. Settle in for a minute. Make sure your legs are uncrossed, arms are uncrossed. And what I'm going to do, we're just going to lead through some deep breaths. And so when you inhale, I want you to inhale through the nose, full extension of the belly. Here we go. First inhale. Hold it just for 1 second. And exhale. Just return back to the normal breath. On the second inhale, just really notice when you exhale, the shoulders drop. Maybe even putting your hand on the belly to make sure it's a full expansion of the belly. Here we go, breathing in. Holding just for 1 second. Exhale, nice, full. Just keep your eyes closed. Letting the breath return back to the natural rhythm. Just honoring this moment that you're giving yourself. On this last inhale and exhale, make sure full exhale, releasing all the stress that's in the body right now. Releasing that nice and loud. Don't be afraid to make the exhale. Here we go. Inhaling, full extension of the belly. Holding just for 1 second. Exhaling. And so, what I'm going to ask you to do now, I'm going to read just this little narrative to you with your eyes closed still. When I think I am separate from the magic inherent in each breath, when I think I am separate, I'm failing one of life's greatest tests. When I think I am separate, I'm out to sea in a boat with no sail. When I think I am separate, you're right beside me, but I think no one is there. When I know I'm connected to the power that makes the river flow. When I know I'm connected to the magic that makes my garden grow. When I know I'm connected to each and every living thing, then the earth is respected, and in the wind you can hear her sing, may I remember this. So right now, take just a moment to see what thoughts come to you about how you're connected and what qualities you want to embody this year. How do you want to move? How do you want to interact? How does your heart desire to express itself? Just take a moment, letting what comes to you come without judgment. How do you want to feel connected? Inspired? How do you want to feel? Do you want to feel empowered? What is your intention? So opening your eyes, as soon as you have those things come to you, write them down. How you desire to feel, how you intend to live. Just allow to what comes to you to flow out of you, to reveal to you your own truth. And when you're done, if you'll just put yes in the comments so that I can know when people are getting finished up. These are the qualities you want to embody this year. Which one of your gifts you want to let shine? So if you're done, just feel like you can sit with that Close your eyes back again and listen to the music. Focus on those intentions, feeling them. Feeling how you want to feel right now, in this moment. So now, fully embodying the feeling of your intention. Whether it's happiness, whether it's emotion, whatever kind of emotion. It feels like some people out there feel some sensitivity. Just allow yourself to solidify this feeling in every cell, in every fiber, in every hair follicle. Just let it flow over you. And as this is flowing over you, take one inhale, full extension of the belly. Inhale through the nose. Holding and exhale. Feeling yourself become aligned with the intellectual, the physical, and the emotional parts of you. Picture this intention. Pick one intention. I want you to picture it as this white light that's in the center of you. And it just begins to grow. And little by little, it begins reaching every part of the body. Flowing through every vessel, every cell. Expansion through the lungs, down through the core of you. Your root chakra, your legs. And as it expands always evenly. So it flows down through the feet as it flows up through the head, connecting from the earth to the heavens. And just notice what's coming to you, whether it's thoughts, whether it's colors, whether it's pictures, whether it's words. Just soak it all up. And so I want you to take one more deep breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, and gently opening your eyes. And I'd like you just to journal for a minute or two, and I'm just going to be quiet about your experience and your intention and your feeling. Take about 30 more seconds. Already done writing, just sit and listen to the music. Just allow yourself to be here with all these other women that are watching and that are going to be watching. Feel part of the community, this brilliant community of women that you're part of. So if you're done writing in the journal, or journaling your things, writing it down on your paper, just make sure to put yes in the comments so I can know you're back with me. So now, one more time, just closing your eyes. And if you just want to repeat after me, as the moon becomes full, I embody these qualities and connect deeply with my intentions and desires. As the moon becomes full, I embody these qualities and intentions and connect deeply with my desires. One more inhale, full extension of the belly. Exhaling. So I would love to hear a little bit about your experiences, and I'm sure all the other women on here, whether you're going to be live or whether you're going to watch the recording, would love to be inspired by your intentions. The purpose of this group is to inspire and be inspired without judgment. And that's exactly what gets to happen here. And it's such an abundant feeling. So while you guys are doing that, I did do a card. I drew a card, and I'm going to look it up really quick. Okay, so we're going to be doing this once a month, and sometimes it'll fall on True Serum Tuesday, and sometimes it won't. This is a surprise for Sarah. So I love doing things like this, as all of you know. I fully believe that it works, and that it is one of the things that has contributed to my unmistakable success in my life in all areas, not just in business. It's what it has allowed me to remain authentic to myself. It's what that has allowed me to grow and take myself and my business to the next level. And so I think it can be a huge, huge thing for us to implement, because visualization can be very strong, especially when you connect it with the feeling, right? So the card I put, and I'd love to hear if this applies to any of you, it is perspective. And it says, there's a better way, pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. So this is the card. Okay? And here's the narrative for the card. There is a better way. You've probably noticed that your past approach is no longer working for you. Archangel Chamil, I think that's how you say it, asks you to pause what you're doing and look at things from a different perspective. While this time of reflection is temporary, it is also extremely important to your spiritual evolution and growth. This card can also indicate that your heart may be leading you to perform a selfless act of kindness for someone else. This form of compassion is always rewarded, and your angels will be standing by your side. Remember that you give the world your greatest gifts by being your true, unique, eclectic self. Additional meanings of this card is a pause for reflection, time moving slowly, a change in priorities, unconventional ideas, and daring to be different. So daring to be different can also mean in circumstances you dare to be different. As women, we can struggle about helping other people instead of helping ourselves first. That we're always doing something for someone else. That we neglect ourselves so that we can feel good about ourselves by helping others. If you help yourself first, if you dare to do something different, then you will only experience more of the things you want to experience in your life. So, perspective is the card for tonight. I hope that this was instrumental for all of you. Let me know if you liked it. If you're watching the recording, please let me know if you liked this, if you want more of this. But we will do it once a month at least for this whole next year. So if there's, and I don't know if there's a delay or whatever, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. And I hope that each one of you is able to empower yourselves to live your intention and your desire for this next week. Focus in on it. Unmistakable success isn't by accident. It's from your participation and from your awareness. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.